Greetings everyone, welcome to DavidJDevelopment, and in this video I'm going to guide you guys into creating your first game in Unity. I'm going to show you how simple and basic it is to use Unity for the first time and get you comfortable with the environment and everything. You see how amazing it is to create games on Unity. So I'm gonna put new, name the project. You can name the project anything that you want. Is best that you name it something awesome. So I'll call it I'll call it my first game. I'll call it my first game 1 because I already have a folder named that my first game 1. Unity is starting up. Now that Unity is started up, this right here, this is the main view. This is where all the actions happen. This is where all the actions happen, and this area is called the hierarchy. This is where we have our objects that we eventually put in the game. And this is the inspector. This is the inspector. The inspector gives us all the information about what we have in the hierarchy or inside of the game view, like the main camera, the directional light. These are the two main things that's usually in 3D games. Very important. And yeah, so let's get started. So the assets for the game that we are about to create, they are all provided by Unity. So let's do this. You're gonna see how simple it is to make games, and hopefully that gives you some motivation to don't get scared and just start making your own games and get into coding and whatever. So go to game object. Actually, let's go to assets and import our assets. We're going to import the environment first. This is how we're going to create the terrain for our game. And this is all provided by Unity, by the way. Okay, now down here I'm opening the assets, environment, terrain. First let me put the game object, which is 3D object, game object, 3D object, and terrain. Now I have a terrain in the scene. This terrain is interesting. It's on the terrain. Let's paint it. Let's add texture to this terrain. We're gonna go right here, edit texture, add texture, and this is what we just imported into Unity, which was these textures and everything. So go right here, I'm going to put grass. So we have different types of grass right here. So select this grass and add, and we can see the grasses on the terrain. Wait, now that we have grasses, we go to the paintbrush. This right here, this raises the terrain or lowers the terrain. Paint height raises and lowers the terrain by this. This is what I mean by that. We see that we are raising things, and you can modify the brush size right here. The opacity basically mean how strong the brush size is. So the brush size right here could be this size, and if we have this opacity right here, or I'm going to click this, and the mountain is not going to be that high. But if I put the opacity really high, one click, going to get this going really fast. So let's design something. So I'll put the opacity like this, brush size like this. Let's put it a little bigger, and just play with it and have fun. I'm using the mouse, and you can also use your tablet. Right now I'm using the mouse, I'm just having fun with it. And we can switch from one brush to different brushes, so we can have like different types of mountains. So this one is a little interesting. Let me pull up the strength. Just have fun with it. Yeah, so excuse me. So this is the basic terrain. We can add different type of textures in this. Right there, we just right here I just showed you the grass texture. This is why the terrain is looking greenish, because we added the grass texture. But we can also add other textures. Like, let's say I want to add mud texture. So let me type mud. Okay, here it is, mud rock. Add. Oh, what's going on? Okay, here it is. We have some mud over here. Have different things, we can play with it. Okay, and this is how it's looking. And if using our mouse, if we right click and using WASD, you can navigate through your terrain to see how it's looking like. Navigate through it. Looking kind of cool. So yeah, you can navigate throughout the whole thing and see what you were working with. So now I want to add some trees. So to add some trees, we go on the terrain and we see these pictures of trees. Click on them, edit trees, add trees, and let's open this right quick. Go to assets, down here, standard assets, environment, and we have something called a folder for speed trees. So open the folder up, and we have different type of trees. I like the broadleaf trees, so I'll move it right here, add it, go back to terrain, and I can start pinning trees on them. It's the same thing as the mountains and the texture. We can move the brush sizes. So I'm gonna put the brush size down, and trees are adding in the thing. And now we having trees in here. You can design it how you want to. Just have fun with it. And this is, you're not limited to anything. Like right here we have some Unity providers with some basic assets. You can also make assets and modeling softwares like Blender, and you import your softwares right here, and you can just have fun with it. Be artistic with it. Just have fun. Sometimes, in my opinion, I think game design is can be much more fun than developing or typing the codes. When I code and when I design game, I find it more interesting. I find it more fun. I find it more fun when I design my game, and coding can be it can be interesting sometimes, but the fun part about coding is when you code it and your code works and you see that you have your characters working. That's the fun part about coding. And but designing is therapeutic. It's good. It's interesting. Like, I think this is cool. This looks really awesome. So another thing I want to add in this, I want to add some water. Go back to the assets, environment assets, and this folder. This is water. And guys, this all came with Unity. I imported it from the software. Okay, so I went from water, then I'm going to the prefab waters, and I'm going to use this water sample. Okay, let me use this so I can move it around. Not sure where I'm going to put it. Water. Okay, you can play around with it so you can have a good idea of how you want it. I'll leave it like that for now, but you can always play around with it to see how you want to put it. So we have water and we have our mountains. We basically have like a interesting level. We can make this into a really nice level. And right here, these assets come with Unity, and you can see that they provide a lot of those scripts. A lot of these scripts, you don't have to worry about the scripts. But if you are curious and you wanna improve your coding skills, your script skills, because a big part about scripting and coding is being able to go to a coworkers or a partner's code and be able to read those codes. So for example, if you are part of an indie game company, or you're part of a whatever type of gaming company, sometimes you may have to review other people's code to fix or to debug or whichever. Sometimes it's good to go over this code, so whenever you feel like it, or you want to take it to the next level, you can open these codes and see what they're about. But right now it's not that important. This is all basics. So we have the terrain right here. This is a nice level. Now let's look at the camera. This is the main camera, and the main camera is not I don't like the it's not looking at the scene right now. So let's fix the main camera. We can manipulate the camera just like we can manipulate every other object. Let me rotate the main camera. Rotate it. Bring it down. Oh, hold up. Okay. Step back. Bring it forward. No, you can do it however you please, however you like. Let me rotate it down. Move it a little bit. Alright, I think this is good. I think this is good enough. Alright, let's press play and see how it's looking. And this is how it looks. Maximize on play. And this is how it's looking. This is the terrain. Now let's put a character in the game. This is also what I'm about to put in the game. The character also comes with the game, so let's do this. Go to assets, import package, characters, and Unity is going to import the character for you. Alright, now when we go to assets again, go to standard assets, and we open up the character folder. We gonna see this. There's a first person character, a rollerball, and a third person character. I'm gonna use the third person character, and this is where we go to the prefabs and we bring up our third person character, and we can just put it anywhere that we want. Go put it right here, and I feel like you might think differently. I feel like he's a little too small, so I'm gonna double his scale. So I'm gonna go from 1 to 2 on the X, Y, and Z axis. Make him a little bigger. You know what? Maybe I was wrong. Let's see. Yeah, I'll keep it like that. I'll keep him like that. If anything, I'll change it later. And this is a practice anyways. Okay, so this guy right here it comes with the Unity package. His name is Ethan, and he's pretty awesome. So let's play this one more time and see how things looking. I don't even see him in the. I don't see him. Now we got to do some things. Let's see this. Okay, I don't really see him. So the thing is, we can move these things around. So I'm bringing down the game scene. Put it down here. No, you know what? I want this. I want this up here and the game down here. Okay, I see him. So I'll go down here. I see little Ethan. Yep. Yep. There he is. Here's the camera. So I'll put this thing. I'll put this back up here again. Okay. Now that we have. Now that we can see Ethan when we press play. We got to do some. The water is looking fun, but you can always fix that. You know, design it how you want. Now, all right here. So now that the characters in the game, with the script and everything, all these were provided by Unity. You didn't have to script anything. Now you can move the character around. You can go and explore the scene, except the camera is not following you. I have a script for camera follow. I'm going to apply the camera follow to him so we can explore our terrain, the game level. And the water is pretty interesting the way it is. I'm going to bring the water down. Yep. Put this down. This right here. I'll keep it right here. Okay, now I'm gonna. This is the third-person shooter. This is Ethan. I'm gonna add a new script first. The script is on my computer somewhere, so let me look for it. Hey, it's right here. Okay, assets, scripts, and this is the thing about Unity. You can work on a lot of games, and you can work for a lot of games, and you making a new game. Like, let's say I'm making this game right there, a code that you worked on or your friends worked on, let's say weeks ago, or you were practicing on the code weeks ago. You can always go back to that code and just copy and paste it and put it to the new project that you're working with. So coding is pretty interesting. It's not as hard as it used to be. Like back in the days, you would like probably like 20 years ago or so, like it used to be so hard. But right now with the internet and everything, it seems like there's a hot topic that goes around that's usually asking, can one person want to run an indie game company by himself? And this question is becoming very interesting as time goes on, because I honestly think that right now it may be possible for a person to start an indie game company by himself, because with the internet it seems like you have so much people helping you out with YouTube, the internet, and the Unity community and everything. It seems like you have a lot of people on your team, so you're not as independent as you are right now. It seems like it's easier now. So I have this script that I was working on on a project. I'm just gonna copy everything, copy, and go back to my Unity, go to assets, let me create a new folder. I'll call it script, open it up, create a C# script, and I'll call it camera follow, and open up the script. Oh, copy and paste everything, copy and delete everything, select and delete. Now paste everything, the new script that I just copied, and let me save it. And this is the camera follow script. Go back to the main camera, attach it to the main camera, and right here it says the script name. This is the script name right here, is camera follow, and the target is basically what is going to be following. So I'm going to drag my main character into this slot. Okay, now let's press play, and you see now the camera is following Ethan, so we can explore our game scene. So this is how easy it was to make a simple game in Unity 3D, and with the internet and so many people out there to help you guys, it is not that hard to make games. Like, you just have to do the research. So I hope this video was helpful and make you show you that it's not that hard to create games. So basically this is it, and I think this is cool. Oh yeah, so he can move with the AWSD or the arrow keys, and if you press spacebar you can jump. He's exploring things. He can go anywhere that he wants, and yeah, you can buy assets, or you can make your own assets in Blender or any modeling program, or have a friend make some assets, and you and your friend or you by yourself bring up new characters and put it in the scene and have fun. Put some bad guys, find some script or write some script. You can find script on the internet that collider scripts, path fighting and everything, and those characters gonna come to you. All these terms might be new to you, but eventually as soon as you get into it, it's gonna be pretty fun. Like, this is a basic game, but hey, it's moving. So yeah, this is how easy it is to create a game. So I'm gonna stop this. I'm gonna add one more thing into this game before I finish this video. One more thing. So let's bring up one more package. Asset, import package. This is the particle system. Like, the things that make games super awesome and interesting is basically the particle effects and the animation. If you have those things in your game, it's gonna be hard to compete, because it's like that's what makes the game, So standard asset, and we go to particle system, and we have prefabs, and this is like, for some reason I really like this this prefab right here, and I'll put it on my character, put it on Ethan, and let's play it. You're gonna see what's going to happen. Yep, and he has fire and his shoes. Like, I don't know, for some reason I really like this. I really like this particle effect. And you can always create your own particle, but this is a basic intro to creating your own game. So just like that, we just made a game. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you learn new things and expand your mind, and yeah, I'm actually having fun. So okay, see you guys in the next tutorial, next video. Please like and subscribe for me to do more research and bring new things to you guys. Thank you so much, and see you next time. Oh, I forgot one more thing. almost forgot one more thing. Like this, like I told you earlier, that the thing that makes the game super awesome was the particle effect in the animation, but that's not completely true. Another thing that I forgot was the sound. Like if you have music in your game, it's a killer. So let me add some sound into this. Okay, let me see if I can find some sounds, some songs in my computer. Okay, here it is. This one said T music. Let me see what this is. Okay, so I'll add this game into the scene. Okay, it's the first one that I picked, and I'll put it in my project. So go to assets, create a new folder for sounds. Bam. Open the sound folder and drag the sound in here. Music, T music, and you can, I think I'm going to tag it to Ethan with the T music right here. It's almost like he's walking around. Oh, what's going on? Main cam, let me see if I can put it to the main camera. Okay, just put it right here. Let's see. Oh crap. Okay. Yeah, okay, it's in the game, so hey. Press play. And now you have your awesome music. Officially, peace out, guys. See you next time.